how's it going, guys? Mike here, and today I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you guys about a new record that I got, and I'm pretty excited about it. But before we get into that, I think a little bit of backstory is required. About a year ago, I was doing some work on the computer and had a kind of like lo-fi kind of station, just playing some like lo-fi hip-hop beats, things like that, while I was doing some work. And I didn't realize it, but it had reached the end of the playlist, and YouTube kind of automatically switched to the next song in the playlist. And it happened to be a song that was from a Japanese artist, and it was from the 80s. And I didn't realize that at first. All I heard was a very, very awesome, catchy beat. And I started really grooving to it. I was kind of like, man, what is this? And about the time that I started kind of wondering what it was I was listening to, I heard a voice come on. It was a female artist, and she had a really great voice, but she was singing Japanese, which really, knowing me, I wasn't too surprised. YouTube seems to know that I'm a giant weeb, and so the song continued to play, and I was just kind of awestruck on how amazing this song was. It was really funky, it was really jazzy, and it had like just a great pop hook to it that was undeniably good, and I was just kind of blown away by it. And that song, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have possibly come across on YouTube, it's pretty recommended all the time, was a song called Plastic Love by Mariya Takeuchi. And really for the past year, I've just been kind of playing it on repeat all the time. And so much to the point that I think I'm really annoying some people, like my wife and some friends. But what I found afterwards is that this particular song is from a genre of music that was popular in the 80s in Japan called city pop. And after finding that out, I went and found every kind of city pop I could get my hands on. Went to the city pop subreddit and just really delved into it. And I have to say, it's a really wonderful genre of music. It has kind of a nostalgic sound to it, but also very optimistic. There's a lot of jazz influence. You can hear tons of great voices, male and female. And so it's really something you guys should check out if you haven't. But today I received a record from Japan, and that record is called Variety, and it is Mariya Takeuchi, and it is the album that contains Plastic Love. I decided to finally go ahead and purchase it. I really been wanting to for a while, but getting records from Japan isn't a very cheap thing to do. But I found a good deal and I jumped on it. This particular record does have the Obi strip, and it is in really, really great condition. But let's go ahead and take a little bit closer look at the record itself, and then I'll talk a little bit about my thoughts. So as you can see, the record's in really great condition, well, at least the sleeve. The record itself is also just really, really great. So I had been listening to Plastic Love for a long time, and I had kind of heard some other songs by Mariya, but I've never listened to this particular album straight through, which is kind of weird for me when I'm buying an album. I typically have listened to the album straight through many times, and I usually buy albums where I love the whole album. This is kind of a rare occurrence where I'm buying an album because I love one song a lot. So I listened to the album all the way through, and I think the title of the album, Variety, really does it justice. This album is kind of all over the place. I was a little disappointed to find that Plastic Love kind of is the standout track, and nothing else on the album really sounds like it in any way. The album is chock full of different genres, and some things I really liked and some I didn't. The first half of the album has some songs that are really good. I really like one of them in particular. I'm gonna look at your, gotta look down here. It is called One Night Stand, and it is kind of a country. Sorry, my camera fell down there a bit. It's kind of like a country rock ballad, kind of in a waltz timing. It really reminds me of some songs from the band, and the instrumentals are amazing. The singing is excellent as well. It's a really good track. There are some other tracks that have kind of a doo-wop, like Billy Joel doo-wop kind of style with some piano and some saxophone, and they were decent. And then there was one track, let me see here, I think it's called Mersey Beat de Utawasete? Butchering that, I'm sure. It had like a really rockabilly kind of sound to it as well. So, and in between those is some kind of like slow piano-based ballads that didn't really do much for me. So you're wondering, why is he making a video of an album that he doesn't like half the songs? Well, that happens, and it's going to be kind of weird because in my collection I usually only have albums that I really love the album itself. But I love that song so much, and it was kind of this song that introduced me to this genre of music that I'm really growing to love, that I had to have the album. But like I said, there are a couple other songs on here that are really good. Don't mind the sirens. And I think it's worth checking out. Definitely that one song and the other song that I had mentioned called One Night Stand. I would check those out. But yeah, I think that if you have any interest after you listen to Plastic Love, you should really check out a lot more of the music in the city pop genre. And one thing I would recommend is actually this album was produced by an artist that I have found to make excellent music. I'm going to read it here so I don't butcher it. That is Tatsuro Yamashita. He has made numerous albums, and I've been listening to them and I haven't found a bad one yet. So definitely check those out as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed some of these reviews. I hope to do more of them in the future. I hope to do more city pop in the future if I purchase them. Just like I said, it's kind of hard to get them here in the United States. It's not cheap. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. And I'll let you listen to a little bit more of Mariya on the way out. Thanks for watching.